Hi, Colin Seitz with RE/MAX Benchmark. It's early February and I'm bringing you a current market update for real estate. We're going to touch on four things quickly today. Current interest rates, the interest rate forecast for this year, price and inventory locally, and then a quick touch on the New York property condition disclosure. So let's jump right into it. Current interest rates. So the last 3 days were not the best days for interest rates, but prior to that, most of the news has been pretty good. You can see here on the screen, I've got a chart up of national average mortgage rates, and you'll see here that they did tick up a little bit just within the last couple of days, but you'll see here that rates really going back to about November have been averaging just above 6.5. So that's what we've been looking at right now. You can see that they peaked all the way back here in October and actually just topped over 8%. And so we're looking right around here in the high sixes right now. So let's talk about the rate forecast for this year. We just had the fourth Fed meeting where the Fed kept interest rates the same. There's speculation that there will be rate decreases coming this year. There's just a question about when that's going to come. It's really being driven by economic factors and the new and data reporting and stuff like that as they track inflation. So on the screen, you'll see here that you've got a bunch of different mortgage rate predictions for 2024. If we jump through them real quickly, you're going to notice that a lot of people still think rates are going to stay in the 6 to 7% range. So National Association of Realtors, 6 to 7, RSM, 6 to 6.5, Mortgage Bankers Association, they're 6.1 by the end of this year and maybe 5.5 at the end of next year. So that reflects an assumption that the rate drops by the Fed are going to come a little bit later in this year. So you'll see 7 to 7.25, 7%, 6.5, 6.2, and 7%. So you're going to see rates in the high sixes. So I think what you've seen occur over the last couple of months is probably the bulk of the drop for right this second until the Fed actually starts lowering interest rates. Next Fed meeting is the latter part of March, around the 19th and 20th, and we'll get another announcement on interest rates then. Let's talk price and inventory. So currently, median sales price in Orange County, you're going to see here that we peaked in July of 2023. So that was it. That was when you were going to get the most money for your house, July of last year. And you'll see that that was 444, almost 445. Look at today. So in January, your median sales price in Orange County was 400,000. We are literally 10% off of that top from July of last year. So as you're looking at things, new listings, this is inventory. You'll see here that inventory is starting to pick back up. December was low. December's less low than the year before, but you'll see the bounce every fall here in December. You'll see that inventory bottoms out and picks back up. So you can kind of assume that without any major things changing, that you will see an increase in the inventory on the market over the next few months, as you've seen every spring in the few years before us. So if you're a buyer, good news, more inventory coming on the market. If you're a seller, bad news, more inventory coming on the market, and your competition is going to increase significantly over the next couple of months. So that's what you've got going on in the market right now. Great time to buy or sell. Interest rates off the highs and prices off of the highs for buyers. So in terms of last thing to touch on, New York State property condition disclosure. There's a huge change. March 20th of this year, the property condition disclosure changes. There have been 7 questions that have been added about whether you've had water damage in your house or flooding. So if you are one of those people who has had water damage and doesn't really want to disclose it, the property condition disclosure is going to change March 20th, and you'll need to disclose all of the water damage that you've had. If you've got questions on the property condition disclosure, you can contact me or you can contact legal counsel and ask about it. So that's your February market update. For real estate, I'm Colin Seitz at RE/MAX. Have a great day.